So I was thinking today, as I was pulling all these cars together for this video, is Boost a member of the N2O Cola team? Like, should he be deemed an official member? Because he's got 3 of these bad boy canisters attached to the back of him that I don't even know what it does exactly, but it looks super cool. And so today, Boost is a member of N2O Cola, so he's gonna squeeze there in the back. But welcome back, guys, to another Disney Docket video. And today, of course, it is Piston Cup Teams episode 5 featuring N2O Cola, which is one of my favorite teams. I got canceled stuff here, I got customs, and a lot of cool stuff to talk about. So definitely stay tuned. But first, I want to give a major shout out to some of the customizers who made this video possible. First off is this crew chief, which I just recently received. It has been done by Matty Cars 95. You could check him out on Instagram. I'll leave the link to his eBay store as well, so you can check that out and, definitely take a look at some of the customs he has to offer there. And he also posts some of his stuff on Instagram. We also have Jim Scavenger, who made this amazing hauler, which I have shown in a few other videos. And then last but not least is CarsNStuff, who made the toolbox and this N2O Cola Fan. I love the diversity in all these customs. We have, oh my gosh, the flag just came off. But anyway, got so many different people from the community, putting all this stuff together to make a really cool team. I just love that. That's what I love about these videos because, just so many different influences and they all tie together to make something really incredible. So without any further ado, we're going to get right into it. Now, you guys might be wondering, like, Disney Docket, why in the world are you doing N2O Cola when that was not the voted result in episode 5, because as you guys know, on all these episodes, I put a poll asking what team you guys want me to review next, and N2O Cola didn't win the last poll. But you know what? I decided, because I just got the crew chief, I got all these customs together. It's one of my favorite teams that I just had to do it out of order. But don't worry, the next one will be whoever won on episode 4. I'm just trying to put the flag back on this guy here. It's come off a couple times. But yeah, I think it was Mood Springs, if I am not mistaken. And yeah, we will definitely get into that. But we are going to give some attention to N2O Cola here. So starting off with Manny Flywheel. This is actually the Toys R Us promo version from 2008, where you can mail in some card backs with your receipt that you purchased at Toys R Us, and they would send you one of these guys, which is really cool. I was so excited to get him back in the day. I remember getting him in the mail, and then my family and I went out to dinner, and I brought him along with. So he's seen a little bit of the world, more than a lot of my other cars. But yeah, this is the Cars 1 racer who eventually retired and paved the way for Parker Brakeston over here. But yeah, we got the N2O Cola logo there on the hood, which is like a nice splash. Looks really cool. I don't exactly know what it does. Like, is it like Gatorade or is that more nitrate? And then you have transberry juice as well. And then there's this cola. So a lot of different like beverages. I don't know the purposes for all of them, but I'm sure, they probably are kind of like, in the real world, you have like Gatorade, Powerade, you have like Coca-Cola. So maybe this is more like a soda beverage that hypes you up. Number 68. Of course, he's got these green stripes that lead toward the back. He's got like black rims with a white trim there, which is a nice touch. There are the contingency sponsors. Piston Cup Nitro Revolting. You guys can read the rest. 68. I like how it's got that black shadow behind it and it's outlined in green. Same thing there on the roof, and you got the roof flaps. Now, one unique thing about Manny here is that he has all these window bars. He's got 5 window bars. And to my knowledge, no other racer has that many. So it's kind of ridiculous, but it makes him unique, and it's really cool because they're like this pinkish color that really stands out. But anyway, you got N2O Cola there, and there, and there. Number 68. Pretty simplistic design, but I really do like the logo. And I really like how the stripe here fades from that green, and right about there it changes to blue. So that's really cool. Or not blue, purple. Magenta, if you will. So yeah, you can see here in the back that he's got those little holes, which is what kept him, you know, centered and attached to the plastic acrylic case that he came in for the promo. So if we're moving chronologically, in 2009, the N2O Cola Pitty was scheduled to be released as a single, obviously with a toolbox and a stack of tires, but he was canceled. Now, only a few were leaked out to the public, and also a few more in 2010 because of the fact that he was going to then be released in the team set exclusive to Target with the crew chief and 2 other pitties, and that was also canceled. So he was canceled twice, which is really unfortunate to see, but in that era, a lot of stuff unfortunately got the shaft. I was fortunate enough to get one of these a few years ago, and I did review him, and I'll leave that link in the description and pop up in the card suggestion if you want to, you know, take a look at the collector guide and just read into it and learn a little bit more about this guy. But he's got kind of a cranky expression there. It's funny, you can't really tell, but the purple for his eyelid doesn't really match the purple on the body here, but because it's so dark and shadowed there, you can't really tell. He does have some chips, but as all prototypes and canceled cars do for the most part, it's rare to find one that's perfect. He's got purple rims here. He's got the N2O Cola logo there on the sides and on the roof. Looking really cool. Disney Pixar China. Pretty simplistic base. I love this guy. One of my favorite canceled cars ever. And we also have the toolbox over here, which is a custom, of course, but obviously really, really well done and necessary to complete or complement my canceled release. The purples don't quite match up, but, you know, it's obviously very difficult to do that. I mean, even across like the racers here, like if you look at Manny and this guy, I mean, they match pretty well, but it's not perfect by any means. I'm just looking at the top here. Yeah, he's a little dirty up there. I don't know what's going on. Moving now on to the N2O Cola Crew Chief, custom by Matty Cars 95. Just received this one recently. I really think he did a great job emulating the expression that he was originally going to have, as you can see there on the canceled prototype. So great job. Of course, he's got those same logos there on the hood and sides. My favorite part of these green rims, though, those are perfect. Really well done. So he used a Chick Chief that was recently released from Thailand to make this car. Very difficult to do, you know, moving the headset around and all that, and the tires, painting the plastic bed here, trying to match the purple, which I think he did a good job. It's not perfect, but like I said, it's very difficult to match the colors. Very, very difficult. So he looks awesome. Love it. And then we also have the fan over here, who is like a Maddie and Andrea model. I really like the flags that CarsNStuff put on. They look really cool. Just wish that top one stayed on a little bit easier, but it's very fragile and comes off very easily. But yeah, it looks really cool. I love seeing other fans, like instead of like McQueen, Chick, and Dinoco fans. I mean, we don't even see that many Chick fans, to be honest. It's just the Chick, Mia, and Tia, I guess. But yeah, I would love to see other fans of different racers. Moving on to Cars 3 now, we have the replacement who came after Manny Flywheel, Parker Brakeston here. So he's got a different shade of purple. It's a little bluer, a little more blue, I guess you could say. The logo changed insanely. Instead of that splash, you now just have these kind of bold letters here on the slant that have like that green shadow depth to them. Looks really, really nice. Obviously, N2O is meant to be like, I was in chemistry, like nitrogen and oxygen. So what would they call it? Nitrogen oxide or something like that. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I was in chemistry. But yeah, it's an element or a compound, I should say. Again, still don't know what exactly it is, if it's like Coca-Cola or like Gatorade or whatever. Yeah, Parker's really sweet. He doesn't have a grill. He's got the lights, the vents. Kind of like Manny's got these green flares that start around the fenders, but they're much more prominent here on Parker. He's got entirely black rims, which provides a nice contrast. Light year on the fenders. Contingency sponsors are Piston Cup Vitaling Revolting RPM Nitrate Octane Gain Clutch Aid. 68 number is in the same font, but it's been refined a bit. Then you have those stripes there, which look really cool in the background. Arrow indicating to the picker where to lift them up at to change the tires. Slightly different layout of the logo. You got the gas cap, 68, roof flaps, N2O Cola. And back here, same type of deal. That camera in the middle to record the racetrack from behind. Wonder if they pay him extra to put a camera on there, or they just say like, you have to have a camera on. It's interesting. All of them do, except for Lightning McQueen. I think so, yeah, that's interesting. 68 exhaust pipes. Well, the last Chinese releases in the grand scheme of things. Not right up against the end, but you know, if you look at all, 14 years of collecting, he was released pretty much 1 year before they switched over. And then they did release him as a Thailand variant. Here we have H.J. Hollis, who's actually turned into one of the rarer next gens, simply because he hasn't been re-released since his 2017 release. Now he takes a little more different spin on the branding. A lot more green instead of purple. They kind of inverted the colors here, but it's not as wildly different as, like, in my opinion, Gasprin or some of the other sponsors that really changed the branding and the whole paint job. But yeah, the N2O Cola did change fonts here. It's really strange. Like this N, I don't understand that at all. Like, it's a weird N. I'm just going to say that. Cola, you got a little shadow back there. Mean expression. I like the font for the 68 now. So it has no depth. It's just flat. But it's really, sharp edge. Looks really cool. Clean. Piston Cup Combustor, Carbon Cyber, and Synergy. You got this green arrow going around it, which kind of reminds me of that green arrow. There's another arrow indicating to the picker where to lift them up at. You got indented exhaust pipes, indented gas cap. 68 roof flaps, no window bars. N2O Cola on the spoiler there. A couple little stripes and patterns going about. And on the back there, you have his rookie racing stripes in yellow and kind of a weird N2O Cola logo that is blue and purple instead of the green and purple. So I don't know, it's kind of strange that that one's blue, but it looks nice. And black rims with the light year tires. Cool stuff. So those are all the racers. And now let's take a look real quick at his bonus collector card that he came with in 2017. I just don't understand what's going on with that ad. Maybe it's just me, but it just looks weird. I don't know. It just looks a little too long and exaggerated. Probably just me. Anyway, moving on now to the hauler. So this hauler is not accurate to Manny Flywheel because that was actually also supposed to get released. So it's more like a Parker Brakeston hauler. That's kind of what I like to think about it as, or maybe a later in the career of Manny Flywheel, because he does have these burst or splash logos, which are nowhere present on Parker. But still an amazing job here with the hauler. So he used, I believe, what did he use here? Bobby Swift's hauler. Yeah, he used Bobby Swift's hauler to make this. I was going to say the Transbeard used cab for a second, but then I was like, no, because he has the hauler here. In my opinion, this purple shade that's on the plastic is more accurate to, what would have been released on the actual release in 2010 than this darker purple on the metal. And also another thing to note is just how terrible Mattel did on the Bobby Swift hauler, because this is just so different from that. I mean, it's not even funny. It looks like a prototype because those parts are so mismatched. They did a really awful job with that, and that's the problem when you use mouth plates and plastic parts, because the purple or the shades of colors don't always match. They usually don't. But anyway, you got the N2O Cola logo up there. 68 here with that green stripe with a little black shadow, looking good. Same type of deal here on the trailer. Really nice, just a clean, simple design. And although it's not accurate to the movie for Manny Flywheel, it's still, a great representation of an N2O Cola hauler. Beautiful. We're gonna take a quick look inside here. So yeah, Jim Scavenger didn't customize anything inside here, and he didn't need to. Perfectly fine, with those purple parts in there. Yeah. So that is the team. That is N2O Cola team. Lots of customs, lots of canceled stuff. I mean, I only have one of the canceled pieces here, but normally, if I had them all, I would have the crew chief and 2 other pitties and the hauler. So N2O Cola could have been great, but if you take away everything, you're only left with these. Like, can you imagine that? All that stuff is customs there or canceled. So yeah, 3 racers, not bad, but not great for a team that I'd say is pretty prominent in the movie. But let me know your favorite car from Team N2O Cola in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and didn't mind me kind of going out of order in terms of the episodes, but I just thought because this video, it came to mind so quickly because of the crew chief that I just got, and also in my personal opinion, I think if I had him in the poll, like if I had N2O Cola as an option in the last poll, they probably would have won, but I excluded it because I knew that I wouldn't get the crew chief in time. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon. Bye now.